Not unlike, as the district commander was saying, not unlike many World War II veterans who somehow didn't connect with their medals at the end of the war. As you said, I think the most important thing we do in this country is give our veterans and returning soldiers the assistance, the support, and attention that they deserve. But many times in the past, with the kind of paperwork and the great turmoil our country was in, people just got lost, their medals got lost, and they didn't connect with them. So when we were made aware of the fact that Ben had never connected with his medals, and this is a man who not only served his country as an officer in the Navy, which I'm proud to say my brother was also in the Navy, and you know, they put the Marines to shame. I'm here today with Andy and Jim from my office, and Jim, who does our veterans work, is a Marine, so you know, you got to make fun of the other branch anytime you can. But he was a commissioned officer in the Navy and served both in the invasion of Normandy and in the Pacific Theater. Not everybody in World War II was actually in both theaters, and that in itself is impressive, and the fact that he led many of the other troops is important as well. He received a commendation from his commander for how well he served in the Navy's Armed Guard, but for all of his service, he never received the medals that he so greatly deserved. I think so many of us know Ben as a wonderful community leader, as a person who always speaks his mind. Ben was reminding me this morning that one of the first times I ever gave a talk in Thomaston, which thankfully I can't remember, and I hope you can't either. Sometime back in the early 90s, the person who was going to introduce me didn't show up, and Ben filled in. And I'm sure, even though I can't remember it, it was glorious, everything he said, true or not true. So I'm pleased to be able to speak a few words about him, really almost 20 years later. I think we're all very fortunate to come together today, to have that opportunity to honor one of the people who served. I feel very fortunate to be able to represent this community and many others in the state of Maine, to serve on the Armed Services Committee and to work with our veterans and help them get the support that they need, and to have such wonderful people who work in my office. It's not always easy to dig back to the records and to find the things that you needed to find to get to somebody's medals. And between Jim, who's here today, and another woman named Skeek, who works in my office, and Andy, who works for us as well, I'm very proud of my staff for being able to support our veterans in the way they do, and sometimes make sure we get the medals to one of those people who justly deserve them. I want to say at 93, Ben is a role model to all of us. If I had his memory and his stamina and could grow flowers as well as he did and knew everything about gardening that he did, I'd be a proud and happy soul. So Ben, thank you very much to being here today, for your service to your country. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to honor you and be with you and give you the attention that you deserve. And I'll let Jim call us all to attention so that we can present you with your medals.